Hey everyone, this is Wes Fryer in Oklahoma City. It's April 5th, 2021, and I thought I would just show real quickly how I'm using Jamboard. I'm actually using it in two ways for my 5th grade media literacy lessons today. And so let me show you how I'm doing this. So this is my Google Classroom from yesterday, and so April 4th, we use this Jamboard, and we're using this great strategy called See, Think, and Wonder, which my wife taught me after going to Harvard's Project Zero a couple of years ago, before the pandemic actually. And so we're watching this video clip, and then we are going to be having students reflect on the video. Incidentally, as a related aside, I like to now put the video directly into my slideshow. Well, I guess, yeah. I like to put it directly into my slideshow. So I've just got my Google site here of my curriculum resources. Here's the slideshow for today, because I like to show kids, what's going on. This is the lineup for what we're going to be doing in our 5th grade class. This is the slide that has the picture, the video. When you click on the video and you go to Format Options, Video Playback, I'm playing just, oh, look, that didn't save the time. Okay, let me make sure. That should be 50 seconds to 11 minutes and 2 seconds. Glad to check that. Okay, so now when I click to play, it'll play just that exact video. So we're going to see this approximately 10-minute segment of this video, and then we're going to be reflecting on it. I'm going to write some stuff up on the board, but then kids are going to open up a Jamboard. And so this is the Jamboard from yesterday. Now, I actually created the titles of this Jamboard on a template and then saved that as an image, which I imported on the background, because I'm actually using this 4 different times. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead, let me change the sharing of this one, because we're done with having students edit this. So I'm just going to make students the viewers of this one. But I'm going to go ahead and choose to make a copy. So here in Jamboard, clicking on the 3 dots here by the share link, and I'm saying make a copy. And so this is going to actually be, and you do this for my 6th grade class too. So I have my 6-1 section today, and this is for April 5th. And so I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of it. So that old one is still there. Kids can look at it, but they can't edit it or add to it. And then check this out. Because I saved this as a background, watch what happens when I click Clear Frame. Ooh, isn't that lovely? So now this is just ready for this next class to give input on. Again, I created this in Jamboard, and then what I did was I went up to the 3 dots here and I said Save Frame as Image. And then I set that image as my background, okay? So that, because I'm reusing this. Okay, so now I need to make one for my 5th grade. So I'm going to, again, click the 3 dots. I'm going to say Make a Copy, and then this is going to be my Computer 5-1 for 5 April. I really should have this in a folder. It's best to do that first. Okay, so here is the Jamboard, but actually I need to make sure that it's set for the correct sharing. So what I really want is to let anybody at Cassidy School edit this. The only people that are going to really link to this, because it's inside my Google Classroom, are my students. I'm not worried about other people getting to it, but I'm changing that because actually I'm going to just share this inside the feed of inside the feed of my Google Classroom. Okay, so I've got this for my 6th grade class now. I've got this for my 5th grade class. So let's take a look at what this looks like for my 5th grade class. So I need to go to that class. So here's my 5th grade class, and I'm going to just post it here in the stream. So I'm going to say, please add your thoughts to this See, Think, Wonder Jamboard about our Age of AI video today. Okay, and so now I'm going to put this in. I think I can probably get this as a Google Drive file, but I'm not actually positive the Jamboards are going to show up. I may have to get the link. No, but it's there. Okay, so here we are. So we're in Computer 5-1. There's the blank Jamboard. I'm going to go ahead and say insert it. If you do something like this in your feed, you have to set the sharing settings over in the actual document, okay? But I've got this set, so anybody at our school who has the link can edit it, so kids are going to be able to edit it, and boom, that's going to go into the feed. I could have scheduled that if I wanted to, but that's the Jamboard that the kids are going to use for our initial, like, first half of today's lesson, where we're going to watch this video clip, and we're going to reflect on it. So now what I want to do is I want to go into the actual assignment for today. So I've already taught this lesson one time, so I'm going to go over here to classwork, and this time when I started my class, I actually duplicated last semester's classes. So I already have this lesson, which is Don't Get Tricked Online, and I could, if I wanted to, just edit this and then post it. But I've actually made some edits to it, so I'm going to just delete this one, and I'm going to copy the one from yesterday. So I'm going to tap the three dots here and choose Delete. I'm deleting the draft assignment from the copied Google Classroom. And I'm going to go, well, actually I can do it here. I'm going to come up to the top to Create, and I'm going to say Reuse a Post. And I'm going to select my 5.1 section I taught yesterday. Sorry, today is 5.1. We've missed days, so we're flipped. So I do my 5.2 first. There it is. So there's my lesson from yesterday, which is Don't Get Tricked Online. And again, because I've made some edits to that, I'm just going to duplicate that as the most recent version. Okay, so here are the instructions. They're going to open the Jamboard. As they watch the video, they're going to add their names to their slide, and then they're going to save that as an image, put it in here in Google Classroom, and put it over in Seesaw. In Seesaw, they're going to reflect, add some ideas. Their parents also get to see that. So I love using a Seesaw learning journal in addition to the Google Classroom. And so this is just an activity that I have assigned to my students over in Seesaw. Okay, so here we are on this assignment. What do I need to do? I need to edit this because this is yesterday's Jamboard. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. I'm going to add, well, actually, shoot, I needed to make that Jamboard by copying it. So let me see if I can do that again. Do you ever make mistakes? All the time. Okay, so try this again. We're going to reuse the post, Don't Get Tricked Online. So it's going to come over. All right, so here it is. I need to make a copy of this, and I'm glad I'm kind of covering that up, because the one thing I need to do, and I'll do this later, after I save this, is I put my students' names in here so that the slides correspond to their names. I could write their names in there, but this is a little bit faster way to do it. Okay, so let's duplicate the Jamboard. Again, I don't want to recreate all this, so that's why I'm reusing this. So I'm going to make a copy of this, and I'm going to rename this. So I'm going to say this is my April 5th, 2022, and this is going to be for Computer 5.1. Okay, I go ahead and create that. I'm leaving the old one there. I can go in, and if I don't want students to be editing that anymore, I can make them viewers and not editors. Okay, so I'm done with yesterday's, and so here's today's. Put a comma in there. Okay, so I changed the title up here at the top. I'm going to, it's the 5th. Syntax is important in naming your files. Okay, so here's the 5th. And then all my kids have started to fill in the information on each slide here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just actually delete all of the slides that the kids last class made. I'm going to make a blank one. Oh, look, there are some blank ones in here. And then I'm going to make sure that I have enough for all the kids. Okay, there's my example. Look, sometimes in Jamboard, because anybody can edit Jamboard, Sometimes they'll make some extra ones. Okay, so here we go. Now I can just duplicate these, and I need to duplicate enough so that I've got one for every student. And what students should be able to do is find their slide. Sometimes when I do these kinds of activities with a Google Slideshow, there's a way that you can, with Google Slideshow, use a script and have the name copied from a roster and put up at the top of each slide. I haven't figured out or found somebody who's figured out how to do that in Jamboard, so this is my technique here. Okay, so these are all blank slides ready for students to edit. Here's the first one they're going to come to. The only thing I'll do after I stop my recording is I'm going to edit this again, and I'll change this little screenshot showing students' names, and I just started on row 2 so that whoever is first, like in this case Alexandra is first, so she'll go to slide 2 and change that, to be her name. Okay, so this Jamboard is now ready for my class, and now I'm ready to put this in. So again, I'm going to delete the one from yesterday. I'm going to add this one, and here it is, Don't Get Tricked Online for April 5th. I go ahead and insert it, and I'll go ahead and use Google Classroom permissions and say that students can edit the file. So every student is going to be able to edit that Jamboard until I change the permissions. And then this assignment, which we're starting today on the 5th, is going to actually be due on actually, I'm going to give them 2 days to do this. So we're going to make this due Monday, the 11th. Okay. So I could go ahead and post this right now. If I want to, I could also schedule it. So shoot, let's just schedule it to make sure everybody knows about that. So you just click the arrow beside scheduling. So our class actually starts today at 11:15. So let's just make this post at 11 a.m. today. So it'll post right before class. All right. Schedule. Okay, and now we're going to be all set. So sometimes when I do Jamboards like I am today for this See, Think, and Wonder, I don't put it in the classwork as an assignment. It's an activity that we're doing. I'm not taking a grade on it. I just have it there in the stream. But for things that I am going to be taking a grade on, it's definitely best to have that in classwork. And so I have got that one scheduled. Oh, and then look, there's the draft, the old one I need to delete for myself. Kids can't see that. Kids can't see anything that's in gray. They're only seeing the things that are fully opaque, in this case purple, based upon the theme that I have selected. All right, so that's it. So my name's Wes Fryer, and I like to share on Twitter, maybe how you're finding this, or on Facebook. You can also always just go to my website, wesfryer.com, and there's different ways that you can connect with me there. If you click on the connect link that's at the top and scroll down, I've got some links there, and there's all kinds of channels that you can use to connect with me on social media for different things. So I hope that's helpful to you. I love using Jamboard. It's awesome. It's a new feature that Google, maybe 2 years ago added, and we've used it a lot. I've used it a lot during the pandemic, and as we're coming out of the pandemic, just a really great whiteboard tool that lets us interact together, create content together, see each other's work, make our thinking visible. It's always important for me to remind students not to use the laser pointer to go crazy, because there is a laser pointer there, and so sometimes, kids will get a little excited and they'll try to draw all over the screen. So it is important to set that expectation before starting, but I love Jamboard, and if you use this, let me know. Hopefully this is helpful to you. Have a great day.